Hey, good evening, everybody. I hope this day finds y'all doing well. I just got a few minutes here in the dock, and then I got to hit the road. But I just wanted to take a few minutes because so many people that I'm running into have a lot of questions about the Amish. Old order, new order. What's the difference? It's causing a lot of confusion. Ever since I started online, social media on multiple platforms, to educate people kind of where I come from, the culture, the old order Amish, where I come from, there's still a lot of confusion because there's a lot of people that have asked so many different questions about the Amish. Well, Eli, you're saying this about your order Amish, but the ones I live by are also calling themselves old order Amish, but yet they're doing this different from what you said, and this. I'm going to try to give a little bit of an explanation, hopefully to kind of take care of some of this confusion. So the best way to explain this to you guys, to give you an insight on why so many are called old order, but yet they have different rules from other old order. For example, in 2015, my old order community in Kenton, Ohio, Hardin County, Ohio, they had a disagreement. They had a split, they call it. And a lot of the Amish talked among each other. The ones that sided with the ones that wanted to leave and get away from the ones that wanted to be more strict. They got about 8-9 families together. And they obviously had enough money to go buy land. And they went up to Lawrence, Michigan. And they bought some land. And they wanted to have their own community, but they still wanted to use old order. They didn't want to go as far as, let's say, Holmes County, Ohio, or Shipshewana, Indiana, which is all considered very, modernized, worldly Amish, because they allow tractors. And most old order Amish, they don't believe in tractors. So they wanted to remain under the label old order Amish, but they wanted to go ahead and allow a chainsaw or a bandsaw, maybe use an engine for a few more items than what you were used to in our old order Amish in Ohio, where we came from. So I want to share that and explain that to hopefully take care of some of that confusion, because that's why you still have multiple other old order Amish communities, but they just have different rules, even if it's 1 or 2 rule difference. While the new order Amish are really, really modernized nowadays. There's new order Amish, and believe it or not, there's actually a group that calls themselves the new order Amish. If that doesn't make your head spin, I don't know what will. But the new order Amish are saying, well, as long as you keep a horse and buggy, we should be good, just on Sunday. Like, for example, up in northern Indiana, between Middlebury and Shipshewana there, they have a community that rides a tractor all week. Only on Sunday, the holy day, they use a horse and buggy. That's the new order. And they say that tractors should still be okay. It's not a car. They go to the store. They go to meetings. They go here, there, everywhere during the week on a tractor. But on Sunday, when you go to church and make it the Lord's Day, oh, that's the holy day. Leave the tractor alone. Let's drive the horse and buggy. That's kind of the difference in some of the new order and the new order. See, I'm trying to differentiate here on the new order and old order because a lot of people have questions on my social media. Because a lot of times when I talk about what I experienced and the rules that I had to go through, sometimes the other new order Amish that left the Amish or now former Amish, they'll even come up against me and they'll argue and say I'm a liar. Like, for example, the other day somebody called me a liar. He says, I'm also from the Amish and you are making this crap up, and bleep kind of cussed me out. I'm not going to say the words he used. And he said, you are lying about the Amish. All Amish have social security numbers. And I invited him to come to my community along with 3 other old order and Schwarzentuber Amish in Ohio, and enter the community and ask the Amish himself if he wants proof. Because we were so old order, we were forbidden to even have a social security number. I didn't even have a birth certificate. I mean, we were told that we shouldn't have any government involvement. No taxes, no ties to the government, no voting, no enlisting to the Army. You couldn't go to the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, none of that. You had no government ties. And we had a 4-digit 20-something number, 4-digit number that exempt us from all government involvement. We were exempt for a lot of things. And so I explained that to that young man, because you might come from a New Order Amish that allowed Social Security numbers. I want you to know that I come from a group that did not allow a Social Security number. They taught us that any number tied with the government is part of the mark of the beast in Revelation 13. They believe numbers are bad. Numbers are worldly. And you can't have a number to be tied to the government. So I kind of wanted to share a little bit of that. Looks like I am loaded and I'm going to have to get going. But I just wanted to do a short little clip to let you guys know, if you are confused about some of these different communities, there's over 2,000 different ordinances, Ordnungs in German. Ordinances, that letters that are agreed on and signed off. There's over 2,000 different ordinances of Amish churches in America. And it's all because they didn't agree in the church, and therefore they took a small group and broke away, started their own community, and bought some land, and then voted on who should be the preacher, who should be the bishop, and made their own bishops and preachers, and had their own power and authority in that community. And that's why you got little hubs of Amish mixed. Ohio's got around 58, the last I heard, 58 different Amish communities just in the state of Ohio, because they all have split so much. They're always splitting because they can't. When it's about religion, when it's about rules, usually there's conflict. The Bible says a house divided against itself cannot stand. And that's why you see no communities be able to stand very long. Usually 5 to 10 years is all they can stand one another. And then there's conflict, there's division, there's arguments, there's getting even. Sometimes there's some horrible revenge, burning each other's barns down. They're fighting and bickering and complaining in the church. So therefore they have a split and they'll go off and start their own community. So that's why you have so many different ones. So when I sometimes share about my own experience, it could be way different than the Amish in your neck of the woods. I hope that helps, and God bless you.